Hello, hello, guys. Happy Thursday. I love Thursdays. And it's funny. First, I love to say the thankful Thursday. And second, my little girl goes to school, which she loves it. And it's just like a few hours a day, which is really cool. And she loves it. So while she's not here, you guys know who follows me on her on my lives with her. She's always like jumping around and doing all the crazy things. So I'm gonna use this time that I have like by myself here to talk to my friend Annie. Let me invite her in. Popping up really quick here to talk to us a little bit. Hey Annie!
Hi.
I
How
am
are you?
so excited for this. It's so funny. Like Annie and I was it last week or a week and a half ago?
Mhm.
We had lunch and we're like, oh yeah, let's do a live together. And a week came by and we're like, why didn't we just do that?
Yeah,
How are you, Annie?
I'm really good.
Oh
I'm
my
really
goodness,
good.
look what I just did with my water. I'm gonna make my ketones really quick. Mm,
Yeah, I'm good. The weather's great, and
holy moly. I just freaking made the craziest mess in the world here in my house. Okay. Mm.
just slurp it up with a straw. It's all good.
Yeah, right. Like I am soaked. But let me just make here really quick. I'm gonna make the blue ocean. This
Hmm.
one is my totally favorite ever. Like every time it's on sale, I buy 2 boxes and like I don't share with anybody.
If you like pina coladas.
Oh, it is so good. And it's like I've been drinking ketones for 6 months, and the thing is like it has more ketones in it, and
Mm.
it does have more caffeine, and it's amazing for like I don't know how people live without this stuff. But it's not about me. I want to talk about Annie today. I if you are Annie's friend and you're just hopping in, I'll talk like 2 minutes about myself. But I am Coach Camila Parker. I've been drinking ketones for 6 months, but I've been in like in a health how do I say like a health journey for a while. I graduated from the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. That's like a nutrition with more like a holistic point of view. I love food. A lot of people say it's like I'm into health things and I don't love food. Yes, I love food. I eat food, but I eat the right foods and I have my ketones every day. I come from Beachbody, which I love. I love Beachbody. I still do their workouts, but I did the switch about 6 months ago because it's where I fit it better. It's not that I don't like any other products. It's just the feedback, especially financially, wasn't there. But I learned so much, and now like when the Prove It opportunity came, I move over. So this is really quick. My why I'm a coach, why I'm a promoter from Prove It, and I want to learn more about Annie. So Annie, tell me, how long have you been drinking ketones?
So I started in January. Uh, I was about 2 weeks into my, um, you know, strict keto eating. I had started, trying to integrate the ketogenic way of eating last summer, but I wasn't fully committed last summer, so it didn't do a whole lot for me. But I decided at the first of the year to just dive right in again and, be really serious about it. And Savannah had started drinking ketones a few weeks earlier, and I was, doing my research, which is, what I think everyone should do.
Yeah.
Um, and kind of, poking around and watching her page and she was doing, she was feeling better. And I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to give these ketones a try. And yeah, and it was a, 36-hour turnaround in my life, and I'm never looking back.
So you started first with the ketogenic diet, and then how was that like just being on a diet and being on a ketogenic diet and adding ketones? How was the difference?
The difference was really huge for me. I had gained a little bit more energy. My bloat was going down with just the ketogenic diet. I had started losing weight. I had lost quite a bit of weight before I even started ketones. But, you know, I felt better about myself just eating keto. And then when I started the ketones, I mean, not only did my bloat go down even more, but that first night of sleep, I was like, man, I have so much energy. How am I gonna? And I found out quickly that you sleep better when you have more energy. So I had actually probably the best night of sleep I've ever had that night, that first night after trying the ketones for the first time. But it was my anxiety and depression was the biggest difference in my life because I was at an all-time low with my mood. Something was wrong, and I had already made an appointment with the doctor, but they couldn't see me for a while. And I had no idea when I started the ketones that it would almost completely alleviate my anxiety and altogether alleviate my depression. So, I had started them and about 36 hours or so later, I went to my husband and I was like, I haven't had a panic attack in like 2 days.
You just got like goosebumps. That's like, I'm not joking. This for me, it's like way more than anything that anybody can tell me about weight loss or energy. It's like,
Oh yeah.
this, what you went through, like tell us like all about it, like when it really clicked and everything.
Well, it was super emotional for me because I was not in a good place. I was constantly having issues every day, hourly battling my own mind and my own issues. And so when it clicked, I walked right into the bathroom and my husband had just gotten home and I was like, this is freaking awesome. I might not have to get on any meds from the doctor. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to go to the doctor, but I'm going to keep taking these ketones. Like, if this is what they're going to do for me, I mean, the heck with all the other benefits. This is the awesome benefit for me. And, every individual is different. But, if that's the main benefit for me, it completely basically saving my life, then I'm not looking back. I will never stop taking ketones, and then on top of that, going to the gym at 4:30 in the morning and being able to run on the treadmill and be like, oh yeah, I can keep going. That was a big thing too, because cardio is difficult, and it's not easy for a lot of people. And so for me to hop on the treadmill or the stair machine that first week and just feel like I could keep going for hours is just phenomenal because I mean, now that I have the ketones as an extra tool in my tool belt for my health journey, I mean, I feel like the possibilities are endless.
I just love when you said it's like, oh, I didn't know that like the help with my anxiety and my depression was something from the ketones. I love when you say that because a lot of people, I don't have a box here, but a lot of people look at the box. It's like, oh, I always ask like, hey, what are those benefits are you looking for? And the first thing normally people say it's fat loss, and I always say like, hey, fat loss is going to happen, but
Right.
not like in the first 3 5 days. It's gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
probably like in about like 3 weeks. For me, my body changed after 3 weeks. Everybody's different, but it's not definitely not gonna happen like 2 days. And like all the other benefits, like the helping like anxiety, you're not the only one that talked about that. I have so many people that talk about that. The better sleep, the energy and the focus. I think that's so much more. And when you have all that stuff, it's like a cycle, right? Like
Yeah.
you feel happy, you have energy. Why not go to the gym every day? You want it. It's not somebody, right? Do you get like you
Yeah.
said, like cardio is hard. Like it's, I think it's hard for everybody. Like
Yeah.
for me, I do 30 minutes of cardio and I'm like, I am done. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It's a
with
lot of
the
people do different workouts, but when I go to the gym, which I'll add in here, I don't go to the gym regularly. It used to be a regular thing for me to work out 6 days a week. So I mean, I've lost 21 pounds, and I'm not a regular gym goer. So that just explains even more about the fat loss of ketones, but I'll go and I'll do my first half of my workout is weight training and do some core and some weights. And then I will go and do my cardio. So by the time I'm done with my weights and my core, I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh.
I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, it's for me, like, I know I talk a lot about the ketones, and sometimes, like, am I being like super annoying, like, in talking about all the time? But I feel like people who hasn't taken, or like, they don't know, like, that what we're feeling, that's the normal. Like, that's because what I always explain, I don't know if you heard that before, but babies are born in ketosis.
Mm-hmm.
They are born like on their, like, our native state. And
Mm-hmm.
they just get out of ketosis when we start feeding them regular food. And it's, for us, it's like literally going back to our native states, if feeling the way we are. There's no, I don't know if you ever any ever have ever had pre-workouts before.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan. And yeah, until I started ketones and where I was like, the, um, I can use the caffeinated ones and even the amped ones as pre-workout, but all the other stuff that's out there on the market as pre-workouts, they are not good for you. They don't, like, to me, I just won't ever touch them again. That kind of scared me actually.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I used to take them because I was working out hard and it was the only way I could get it. But I start feeling it like, hey, I take it, I work out, and then I crash. And then I go there and fill it up with more caffeine. And then I am super like, with my kids. I'm super mad at my husband.
Oh,
We're back.
we're back.
I don't know what happened.
Me neither.
Can you see me? Like,
Yeah, yeah, I
I
can
can
see you
hear
now.
you, but like you're frozen.
Oh, weird. Do I look like a robot?
If anybody is watching us, can you guys let us know if we are going?
I can hear you and see you. You froze for a second, but I don't know what's going on. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good now. Probably our connection. Okay. So yeah, Kim said that we can see, they can see us both. So I was saying, like, about the caffeine, and then I would take like more caffeine and more caffeine. So like when I was feeling the crash, and I would take more caffeine, and the caffeine like would make me like super, like, the anxiety and the and just exploding with people around me. Do you know? I noticed that a lot. And with the ketones, like, I get that energy that's like all good throughout the day. It doesn't have the roller coaster. The,
Yeah.
do you feel that too?
Yeah, I do. With just drinking a cup of coffee in the morning, before I started ketones, I mean, I haven't been one of the people that puts the, crappy creamer and stuff in my coffee for a long time. So I would have a healthier cup of coffee in the morning, and it wouldn't last me very long. And then, of course, along with the anxiety that I had, it would be 1 second I'm like just trying, to really be intentional about being calm with everyone. And now it's a much more level playing field. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a temper. I still lose my cool on my kids. I've lost my cool on other people. But I think that's also more of like an internal thing, not necessarily a ketone thing. So, it's like with ketones, it does make it easier to be more calm. It does, um, it kind of makes me feel like, I don't even know how to explain it. It makes me feel happier. Like I am just happier because of them, and yeah, things are going to happen in your life where you're going to get down or you're going to get mad. But I think that the ketones actually help. I had a recent situation where it wasn't a good situation, and I actually was proud of myself afterwards that it didn't go further. So, I really do feel that he have kind of made an entire shift up here. There's literally an entire shift. Like my whole brain has turned around, and my body too. Now my body is finally starting to lose fat after 3 kids, which it was really hard for a while. So yeah, I really do feel like there's no up and down anymore. It's more level all day. And then once the nighttime comes around, um, I'm like, right, what did you do today that 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 you could have reacted better than the last time? And I've had less disappointments in myself at the end of the day since I started ketones than before ketones. So that's good.
That's awesome. Now, Annie has a really funny story about becoming a promoter.
I do.
Then, like, when she told me the first time, I was like, what is she talking about? And then she told me, and I was like, oh, really? Did you really do that? So can you tell us what happened? Because that story, it's amazing. And just if you're listening to me, like, Annie is a freaking rock star. Like, she is so, like, she is like the rock star of my team. I love working with her. Like, even before we met in person, I felt like I knew her forever. And when I saw her, like, we went to lunch, they're like, hey, how are you? It's like it was like a person that I always talk to. And
How are you? How's the kids?
exactly, totally felt that way. But tell us, like, your transition from customer to promoter.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just a self-proclaimed ditz sometimes. So I actually, I mean, it's not even ditzy. It's just very humble and honest, really. Um, so I was telling one of my best friends, Lauren, about she was thinking about ordering, and who I signed up under. I was like, I think I'll just pay the $37 annually, and I'll become a promoter. I literally thought that promoter was literally someone who told people about all the great things ketones have done in my life, because I legitimately, honestly do want to help people. It's not. This proves that it is not about the money to me. I thought that by signing up as a promoter, I would get points for some free ketones, because the only is free ketones. And so I was like, all right, cool, yeah, I will totally sign up. I did not know I was going to be earning commission, anything. And then Savannah had come over a day or two later, and I was like, so what did you do different to make commission? I thought that you had to spend like a couple $1,000s for all this product that you'd have on hand, and that's why I was like, there's no way, like, I cannot put that on my credit card, and she goes, what are you talking about? What do you mean? And I was like, well, what did you do different that you're making commission? She goes, you are making commission. And I was like, and so I was like, oh my gosh. She's like, you are such a dork. And I'm like, well, hey, at least now I can tell people, like, I didn't know I was signing up to, like, make money. I was signing up so I could spread the word and, like, get free points for spreading the word. Like, that's all I wanted. And now that I'm making commission, it's just like the cherry on top that I didn't know was going to happen. I really just want to tell people about how ketones have helped, and about how, like, my doctor is all on board, and which is really great to have that extra support in the medical field. So that is my story about how I'm a huge dork and I signed up to be a promoter and I didn't even really know it.
So what I got it when you told me about it, and I had in the back of my mind, it's like, there's so many community-based marketing companies that make you pay to get discounts or make you pay to get points. And with Prove It, if that's what people want to do, just tell their friends and get points to get free products. You don't have to pay any extra. If you want to order once a month to get 22% discount and get a free box after 4 smart ship, you don't have to pay any extra. I think a lot of people have in their minds, like, oh, to get points or to get to get a discount or something, I have to pay. And that's exactly what happened with you. Like you thought like, oh, I have to pay to get points or get a discount. And with Prove It, it's awesome. Like, no, hello, you don't have to pay to get points. You don't have to pay to get free product. You don't have to get paid to get the 22% off. The only thing, like, if you want to be a promoter, like I said, there's a fee that's $37 per year, which is
time.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. Like it's awesome. And like right on the first month, you have so like the bonuses are so awesome that makes you create like the momentum to get your business going. And like, yeah, a lot of people are not in this business like any saying like, I'm not here for making money. I want my product for free and I want to help other people. But then we were talking about like, hey, what's our goals? Like, I want a free car. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't we talk about that? I was like, yeah. And we are like, okay, let's do this. And by this month, we're going to get a free car and it's going to be like a Tesla or a BMW, blah, blah, blah. We're like, this is awesome. We're helping people and we're getting a free car. Like, and it's not like a free whatever car. It's like amazing cars.
Yeah. And I was like, well, and my husband's done so much for me. He sacrifices for our family. I probably wouldn't even take that free car myself. I would probably want something that he wanted, like a new Dodge or, you know, that to me is motivation to spoil somebody who's spoiled me, you know, to give back to someone who's given so much to me. You know, like, yeah, I'm not going to lie. There's selfish aspects of it where I'm like, oh, I could go get a pedicure monthly. I don't know, I could go on a vacation. You know, of course, that's what people think of when they think of making more money. But I also want to help support my family, you know, so
True.
Yes. And, you know, I haven't outside of the home for 5 years. And now I do part-time marketing for a construction company. And now I can do Prove It Ketones as well. And to me, like, that's a blessing, you know, to be able to help your family and give back to people, you know. I mean, helping people is my main priority. Being able to help my family is like, whoa, I can do that, you know? So
yeah.
It's, all right, I really wanted to help people. And the icing on the cake is kind of like, oh, I can help pay bills. I can take some of the stress off of my husband. And then even further, I can go on a vacation that I can pay for myself, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, of course, starting out for just the free ketones, I'm like, yeah, free ketones, I really want them. And, you know, I didn't know I'd be making money.
Yeah, no, and that's what is like the beauty of this. Do you know, like everybody have different goals, but everybody loves the product and we all work as a team. We're all working together, like literally. Like I've never worked like that before. It's just like there's anything that I do that's working for me particular, I share with my team and we do it together. And it doesn't matter, like I have so many friends you're not like on the same team as mine, and they send me like awesome information. It's like, why don't you share this with your team? Why don't we do this together? And I'm like, wow, this is so like, it's so like empowering. Do you know, like, you know, you're not alone, you know, you're doing this together. And knowing that like there's other people out there like us. You know, we want to help people. Yes, we want to make extra money. Like we want to work a little bit, just, I don't know, like I said, take the family on vacation, get a new car for my husband and things like that. And it's been a fun ride for me. Like I've been on this for 6 months. I achieved more goals in the last 6 months that I've done in like so many years. And meeting people like Annie and Savannah and getting back to like like talk to Robin again. And there's so many like new people in my life that since I think I moved from Brazil to the US, I haven't had, because I don't think I was open and I didn't fit in a community like I am right now. And I think this is another point of the whole like keto community. I'm not talking just about being a promoter or whatever, doing selling ketones, but like everybody that's taking, we have something in common. Everybody that's drinking the ketones, we have something in common. And most likely it's like feel better, right?
Yeah, it's nice to have a community of people that you can go to and even not even talk about ketones necessarily, but what's going on in your life and how you can make it better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that with so many of us that have so many different stories, but we can all relate together in one way. So I feel like I've been a direct sales consultant for other companies, and while I had great experience with like Norwex. I love Norwex. I still use it every day. This feels more personal, and of course it's going to feel more personal, and I've shared incredibly personal information about my life, and
And
I'm
that
putting it.
helps a lot, Annie, because like people, when we don't share that stuff, people think you are amazing and you're perfect, and they feel alone. And I think now that we share that stuff, that we feel like, I feel comfortable sharing. People can get help because
Yeah.
they share.
Well, and I try to be as transparent as I can. I'm not perfect, and I say that a lot. I mean, I'm not. Nobody is. But I try to be as open as I can about my mistakes, and I make them all the time, and I think that also kind of helps people to trust me more and to
Mm-hmm.
trust other people more, because the more transparent you are, the more they can relate to you. There's people out there that need help. There's people out there that need friends that are like, hey, been there. I have an ear, I have a shoulder, I'm here for you. Also I have headphones and that can help. Do you want to try them? It's not like, here, spend gobs of money and maybe these will help. It's called an experience pack for a reason, because you need to experience it and you need to know what it's going to do for you. And so having those moments of, I mean, it was terrifying for me to post a video about my issues that I haven't even talked to like the closest people in my family about, but I did, and I'm glad that I did, because I've had a lot of people, friends that I've had for years, reach out to me and talk to me about their issues and say, I haven't told anybody. And because of what I said, they felt comfortable reaching out to me. And I'm glad that they did. And if that alone is what helps everyone, is me posting that video, then that's fine. I feel like I did something really good by being so transparent. So
That's awesome. And you mentioned something that I love. It's like, it's all about the experience. Okay. So the way we really run our business is, first, let's get you experience package, a 5-day or 10-day. And let's see how you feel. Let's see how you like, if you like the taste, which taste you like better, what formula do you like better? And then you go purchase from my website. So it's really important to do that 5 or 10 day experience. If anybody that's watching us, if you want to do it, just post it like in the comments, like any 5-day experience, or Camila 5 days experience. Just let us know, because we do samples. We sell the samples for a reason, because we don't want you to go and buy something that, like from the website, buy a 20 serving thing that you're not sure what to expect, or you're not sure. Talk about your goals. Like, we like to know that, because if we haven't been through, somebody in our team was there before, and we can work together. We get a group chat with Annie and myself, or even my other friends. We can get everybody involved to help you guys to achieve your goals. But it all starts with the experience package, the 5-day sample or the 10-day sample. So make sure to put in the comments, Annie 5 or Camila 5 or Annie 10, Camila 10, and we can get it to you. Right? Do you have anything else to add to this, Annie?
I just want to thank all of my friends and family that have reached out and asked about this, because it takes a lot to be like, hey, want to lose weight, or hey, I'm angry all the time, or hey, I have anxiety and depression. It takes a lot to reach out and be open with people. And, I also want to add that I have a group too that it focuses on the ketogenic diet and ketones added on top of that. So
Oh,
if you
Eddie,
guys,
that would be really cool if you can post on comments here on Facebook the link for your group. That would be awesome.
I love my group. I post videos on there daily if I can. I go live every once in a while. I post recipes, my food pictures. And so, I mean, that to me is really fun and another way to help people. So, and you can just watch from the sidelines and see what my day's all about. So, yeah. And thank you, Camila, for all of your help and support and your friendship. I'm really, really, really happy to have met you. And I appreciate you a lot.
Yeah. So I hope we can get that lunch in again because it was amazing.
Gardens, because that was delicious.
All right, Annie. So thank you for taking your time to talking to me too. I love you, girl.
I love you.
Soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a good rest of the day. Bye.
You too. Bye bye.